Ground and pound. Ground and pound. Ground and pound.
Welcome back to Groundandpound-TV. We're here at KSW 33. On my side, Martin Lewandowski. We had a fantastic event tonight. 3 great championship fights, 2 new champions. What do you think about this event?
It was amazing, you know. It was like after I mean the girls surprisingly changed the whole ambience. I can say that before the ladies fight it was kind of boring. Everybody was, you know, waiting for some actions, and when the girls came it started, and it's last, you know, till the end. The last fight was strange because, you know, some people of course were really happy because Mehmet won, but most of the fans, most of the public were kind of confused. I think it was from the beginning, including myself, you know, I couldn't be for some fighter. It just, you know, it's a kind of, okay, you're happy because Mehmet won, you said because he lost, you know, he lost, so it was strange, really strange fight.
I think we all anticipated another fight, a different kind of fight between those two. Very few seconds until Kaliyov knocked Matala out. I compared it to the first one of Junio dos Santos and Cain Velasquez. It was one perfect punch on the temple, and from that on only ice skates, to call it that. Do you think we'll get a rematch at some point between those two?
Yeah, it's possible. You know, it was quick. Matala didn't show, you know, much. There was no chance for him to do so. Yeah, I wouldn't call it like lucky punch or something. Mehmet is a really animal in MMA, and, you know, so I think it's like people would like to see that fight, and if the fighters would like to fight again, you know, because I know that it costs a lot, you know, I mean, for them to decide and to agree on that fight. So it was emotional, very exhausting. That's what Mehmet said on the ring, in the cage. He probably didn't understood, but he said that he didn't want to think about it, who is he fighting with. So yeah, but I think, you know, rematch would be sweet.
Yeah, I think his ground and pound showed that he didn't saw his opponent as a friend inside the cage because he didn't hold back. And I thought it was a very, very nice gesture of friendship beforehand, that they embraced each other. And I would really like to see another fight because it was too quick, it was too short. Let's go to another champion, Karol Bedov. I think he looked kind of bad the first 7 minutes of the fight against Michael Kita. Not to take anything away from Kita, but I think Bedov could have fought better. In the end, he knocked him out. Very nice head kick. I think one of the highlights of KSW of this year. What was your so how did you see the heavyweight title fight until that point?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, Karol was losing that fight, so that was something which really saved him, you know. So this high kick was brilliant. You know, I wouldn't expect that Karol is going to do it. I thought that he's going really to if he would win that fight, so it would be more a decision fight, not like, you know, such a great KO. So surprising.
What's next for him? With Kita, you brought in a KSW newcomer. Is there any other heavyweight inside your roster already on the horizon for him, or do you have to buy someone from another organization?
Probably will need to take somebody from, you know, outside. I think within the organization there's no one who can compete with Karol right now. You know, before our show in London, Mariusz Podzianowski seems to be the one who might approach Karol, but, you know, for his last performance with Peter Graham, it's just like, you know, he lost many points and he's really down under. So yeah, probably we'll need to take someone from, you know, from outside of Poland, definitely.
Okay, going down further to the featherweight title fight, for me it was one of the matchups I looked most forward to because I really enjoy watching Kleber Koike Herbst fight. Did you agree with the decision for Zawinski?
Yes, definitely. I mean, he won that. There was no. I think there's no any controversy about it. He was winning that fight. He was just. I become a big fan of Kornik. Really, he just transformed himself so. I don't know, like 180%. He was so quiet and so, modest, and he seems for me like a monk who went to do a meditation and he come back completely different person. I don't recognize him. That fight. I would say if you want to teach young people who, MMA, so I would use that fight to show how beautiful MMA can be. That was everything there, and the way how he controlled his concentration, it was just brilliant.
Definitely. And same question for Zawinski. Who do you bring in next for him, or who do you let him fight next?
I don't, like to answer that question because I really prefer to watch, several times the fight and see who we have on the schedule, who we have on the roster, and who might be available. But this is a kind of new weight division in our federation, so we don't have many fighters in that, featherweight. So it might be that we'll transfer someone.
Now, going to the two German fighters, which our fans really like to see, David Zawada and Aziz Karoglu. Before we talk about Karoglu and maybe his title implications, David Zawada, he lost a very thin decision, split decision. Will he be back for another fight with the organization? I know he has another fight in his contract, but will you bring him back?
We'll see. Honestly, I haven't seen that fight much, so I don't want to make any statement right now, because that was the only fight I haven't seen. So I can say yeah, it was a fair decision, or it wasn't, because I heard that the decision was kind of not many people like that. So tomorrow I can tell you more. But yeah, he's got a contract. I think that the next and maybe last fight for him would be, if he wins, he stays. If he loses, he might be, we will cut him off. But let's wait, till I'll watch it and see. But I enjoyed this. What I saw. I enjoyed that. I saw that he wants to be more aggressive, and the opponent didn't let him do what he wanted. So let's see.
And now the big one. What do you think of Aziz Karoglu tonight against Michael Falcao?
Great fight. It was great. Aziz is just crazy guy. He's just like in a tank, he's just going and destroy everything he approached. So for sure, the title fight is very close to him. That's what I can say.
Very good. Now, looking kind of further away, this year has been a very successful year for you. You promoted your first event in Great Britain, in London, with Mariusz Pudzianowski in the main event against Peter Graham. What do you have in store for next year? Will you stay in Poland? Will you expand furthermore? And is there a possibility for a KSW show maybe in Germany?
I mean, maybe in Germany, but I think early I would do some in US. So Germany is kind of close because of the TV deals you have or you don't have. So but also I need to concentrate on Polish public. So we're really successful in London because there is a huge Polish community, and it also saves us in that matter that we sold the whole venue, and people could spread this word that that KSW is coming to England. So it's really helpful. And the second biggest community is in US. That's why I said US. But yeah, Germany, we are neighbors. There are also a lot of Poles there. I don't want to say that I want to go everywhere where the Poles are, but the business-wise, we need to look also on the numbers. Yeah, so I would prefer like that 60% would be Polish audience, and the rest
international,
native, yes, or international. So that would be my dream, for example. Yeah.
But have you anything planned exactly for next year? An event abroad?
4 shows, and one of them would be probably again in England, in London, on the same Wembley Arena. But you know, we are just announced the next fight in March in Warsaw. Then it will be in May in Gdańsk, and then the last two, just you know, don't want to say anything about the dates or place because it might change. So, but that's our plan. So 4 shows, and one of them would be abroad.
Very good. Last topic, kinda. In 5 weeks, there is the RIZIN show in Japan. You have been one of the partners of RIZIN. Goran Reljic is one of your representatives in Japan in the light heavyweight tourney, I believe. Will there be other representatives of KSW in Japan on December 29th or 31st?
No, he's the only one. He was, you know, chosen as the one who will be representing KSW. So far we have one representative over there. He's actually flying to Japan right now. That's why he couldn't come here, because they're doing some promotional stuff there. So he's in the plane to Tokyo, right? And yeah, but you know, I know Mr. Sakikabara. He was here twice, you know, in Poland. He sent a couple of times his employees, so we are in touch. I think the cooperation will last as long as they will last.
So no KSW heavyweight against Fedor Emelianenko?
No.
What a bummer.
But I think, you know, with the shape Pudzianowski represented in you know, showed in London, he wouldn't have any chance. So you know, let's face it and let's be honest. I would love to see, you know, Marius facing Fedor face to face, and you know. But right now, he don't have really a chance to fight Fedor. I don't think that, you know, I mean, you know, you can probably pick 5 fighters in the world who might face Fedor just like, you know, that, and they, you know, you wouldn't be sure who you're supposed to be for, or like, you know, just saying, yeah, this guy is a underdog, or this guy is just 100% winner.
Well, maybe another time. We'll see, we'll see. Mr. Lewandowski, thank you very much for your time, and thank you for this great event. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Ground and pound.